That seems right. Yeah, seems right.
Good morning, folks. It is Lance freaking Hepler and Ed Dudlick. We are off on another gravel adventure today in the Gifford-Pinchot National Forest. Isn't it National Forest? Yep. We're out of Carson, Washington again today. We're doing the Falls Creek Hinterlands. So come along, we'll try not to die. All right, folks, welcome back to the channel. Here is the route that we are doing. It's called the Falls Creek Hinterlands. Extra light, 40 miles, 4,000 feet of climbing, mostly gravel. This is another OMTM, Our Mother the Mountain route that we did. And Ed invited me to come along, so I happily accepted. We started in the little city of Carson, Washington. It's in the Columbia River Gorge in the Gifford-Pinchot National Forest. So all weird words, but a lot happened in there. The route was just stunningly gorgeous, in great shape. These are all logging roads, national forest roads, and so believe it or not, they're not that heavily used by vehicles, and so there was not very much, there wasn't very much washboard on any of these gravel roads. There was lots of potholes and divots, and you had to keep your eagle eyes on you while you were descending because there was lots of holes that could buck you. But for the most part, they're in pretty good shape. The hardest part is it starts with, look at these gorgeous views. I mean, just gorgeous. You're in this, this is what you think of when you think of the state of Washington or the state of Oregon. Just beautiful forests of evergreen trees for as far as you can see, and then Ed's ass. That's what we see in the state of Washington. Sorry. This route, not an easy route to do, even though it was only like 40 miles, because it started with a 13-mile climb. So a little bit of road, and then you hit the gravel, and then it's 13 miles and like 3,300 feet of climbing. So that's not easy. Ed and I did it in just about an hour and 20 minutes. We averaged like 250 watts up it, so we weren't going super hard, but 250 watts for an hour and 20 minutes is a lot for a 55-year-old man like me. I think Ed's only 44. He's a bit younger than me. But he got this great footage of some of the descents. You can see just how gorgeous these roads are. I think we saw one car and a few other cyclists, believe it or not. We'll get to that story here a little bit later. But just kind of stunning roads to be out there. Ed and I really didn't stop much. It's Labor Day in the United States. And so it's September 1st. It is a Monday. It is a national holiday. And so most people will have the day off of work. We thought that we'd see a lot more people out here, but we did see some campers and some recreationalists and people out. But for the most part, we kind of had this whole route to ourselves, which was just kind of gorgeous. I mean, look at this. This is a gravel road with a nice, pine needle, bed. And so it's just kind of lovely to cruise down. Of course, if you have a 13-mile uphill, you're going to have a big downhill to go. And there was like an 8-mile downhill section and like a 3-mile downhill sections broken up by like one little 1-mile climb. And so it was kind of a good time. Here's some of Ed's footage. He caught me just out in front of him just a little bit. And you can, look at this stuff. I just want to enjoy how wonderful these roads are. So, the gravel riding in the Pacific Northwest, in the state of Washington, the state of Oregon, and Idaho, all in the summertime is just pretty remarkable. Well, it's good all the time, But I mean, today, here we are, September 1st. It was 75 degrees, perfect weather, no wind. I guess there was wind down in the valley. It's called the Wind River Valley down there. So there was a little bit of wind down there, but still pretty remarkable and very lovely. So we quite enjoyed ourselves. Ed is also retired. I am retired. So I know Ed retired very early. He was a financial planner and very smart dude, and did some other stuff. And I just lucked out with dentistry and my real estate investments. So that's why I'm retired as well. So I can risk my life flying down gravel descents full time. So maybe that's what I'm doing a little too much. But certainly good stuff, good times out here. Some of these descents, I wasn't trying to rip them super fast, but just to keep the pressure on and kind of keep going. You can see I'm pretty confident with my tires, with my today I was running 45s. They are Maxxis Reavers, so they're 45, so that's kind of a file tread on the top, but with side knobs so that you can kind of trust the corners a little bit. And I've been running 45s on here because those are the tires I put on a while ago. Actually, Ed and I did a gravel ride just 3 days ago, and I broke a spoke on a pair of Envy wheels. So I'm not using those Envy wheels today. I had to swap tires onto a pair of Zip 303 wheels that I have. And I still put those Maxxis Reaver 45s on because I really love how they roll. They're fast, and they have good cornering ability, and I can kind of trust them, and so no trouble. No crashes today like a couple weeks ago. Of course, we also were all on gravel roads or paved roads. No single track stuff today. But still, you can see by the shaking of my flabby skin on my forearms that this road is rough. This is not cruising descents. This is active descending. You are watching for potholes, watching for rocks, watching for ditches. I tend to bunny hop the ditches and try to skip over the big potholes. Some of the potholes that are really big, you can't just skip over them. And those you kind of row your bike through. Now, rowing a bike, it sounds funny, but rowing a bike is a mountain bike move. It's where you like push the bars down and then pull them back up so the tires stay in contact with the ground. Oh, hey, look at that. We ran into a couple of people right there. So those guys, one of those guys, Trevor, the guy pointing to me right there, Trevor was on the Astoria 100-mile ride I did just 2 days ago. Now, we're like 70 miles from Portland. We drove out a ways, so it was just funny that we're way out of Portland. We met for the first time on Saturday, and then boom, here I run into him just as I'm flying around the corner. So like we both, when I saw him and he saw me, we both pointed at each other. We're like, hey, what's up? Did I stop? No, I was ripping down this descent, and he was climbing with a couple buddies of his. So that's kind of okay. So rip row. So rowing your bike, you push the bars down and then pull them up so that your tires stay in contact with the ground through like big divots, and it's a way to keep in contact and keep in control on difficult things. I guess that's mountain bike stuff you learn. Here we are near the end of the descent, and there was a couple of off-leash dogs, which were no problem. I'm going to say those unleashed dogs were the reason I didn't get the KOM on this descent, but that's not true. I was only 20 seconds off. After that, Ed caught up to me. He was only about 30 seconds behind me on the descent, so he's ripping too. And then it was 5 or 6 miles back to town. Here is the route we did. Again, 40 miles-ish and 4,000 feet of climbing. It was like 2.5 hours. We had a fabulous time. Then we rolled into the little town of Carson, Washington, where there is a fantastic little brew pub called, what's it called? I can't even remember at the moment.
I need some food.
Anyway, they had great pizza. And so Here's Ed digging into that pizza at the little brew pub. Somebody please comment at what the name of the brew pub is. I can't remember. Hey, thanks for watching. We'll see what happens on the next one.